Your family needs you, son.
On the next episode of Dutton Ranch.
The whole Jackson family's crooked. They ain't ranchers. They're thieves.
I need you ready for the hard parts when they come.
A gun appears in the trailer. A mother lies unconscious in a hospital bed. And somewhere in the chaos, a son is walking toward his brother with his hand on a weapon, ready to do something he can never take back. The official trailer for Dutton Ranch Episode 8 just dropped, and every single frame is screaming that the Jackson family empire is about to collapse in the most violent and devastating way possible. But here is the twist that nobody is talking about yet. The real threat might not be inside the Jackson family at all. The real threat is already inside Rio Paloma, hidden in plain sight, waiting for the moment when everyone's guard is down. Stick around because this trailer just revealed the biggest conspiracy of the entire season. The trailer for Whiskey Limits does not open with a dramatic confrontation. It opens with something far more dangerous. A single image. A mother being rushed to the hospital with her son standing right beside her, positioning himself exactly where everyone can see him. That image is doing so much more work than it appears to do on the surface. Beulah Jackson spent her entire life building an empire based on one single principle: loyalty. Every decision she made, every alliance she formed, every child she raised was built on the foundation of absolute, unwavering loyalty to the family and to the ranch. But in this single moment, captured in the trailer and shown to millions of people, that foundation is cracking. Beulah is unconscious. She cannot speak for herself. She cannot make decisions. She cannot protect her family or her empire. And in that exact moment of weakness, Rob Will positions himself as the man who stepped up, the man who was loyal enough to stand by his mother's side, the man the entire family is watching to see who is truly worthy of inheriting what Beulah built. But here's the problem that the trailer wants you to understand without saying it directly. Rob Will was not chosen. His brother Joaquin was supposed to be the next leader. Joaquin did everything right. He went to school, he earned his degree, he built his reputation. He proved to his mother and to the entire ranching community that he was ready to take over the family business. And then, in the cruelest twist of fate, leadership got handed to his brother instead. That rejection was a weapon. That rejection was a breaking point. And the trailer shows Joaquin arriving somewhere with a gun in his hand, which means that rejection has now turned into something far darker than disappointment. It has turned into rage. It has turned into desperation. It has turned into the kind of violence that ends families and destroys everything they built. The title of this episode is not random. Whiskey Limits. That phrase means the exact point where someone stops making rational decisions and starts making choices driven purely by emotion and desperation. Joaquin is standing right on that edge. He is holding a weapon. He is walking toward a confrontation that the trailer makes absolutely clear is coming. And the person he is walking toward is not a stranger. It is his own brother. It is the man who was chosen instead of him. It is the man who is now standing in the hospital, positioning himself as the family's savior, when Joaquin knows the truth. Rob Will was never meant to lead. Joaquin was meant to lead. And somewhere in this episode, those two brothers are about to face each other across a line that cannot be uncrossed. But the Jackson family falling apart from the inside is only half of this story. The trailer pulls the camera away from the hospital and directs your attention toward Rio Paloma, where something equally dangerous is happening in the shadows. The people who were supposed to be safe inside the ranch are discovering that the danger was inside the walls the entire time. Beulah's family is crumbling. Her empire is falling apart. Her son is holding a gun and walking toward his brother. But what if the Jackson family's collapse is not the main story at all? What if it is just a distraction for something far worse that is about to be revealed? The evidence is buried in the previous episode. Oriana, Rob Will's daughter and Beulah's own granddaughter, was secretly loyal to her father the entire time. She was close to Carter. She was inside the emotional inner circle of the Dutton family. And then she revealed her true loyalty, which means there has been at least one person connected to the Jackson family operating as a spy inside Rio Paloma. That single betrayal opens a door to a much darker possibility. If one person from the Jackson family could infiltrate Rio Paloma without anyone knowing, how many others could be doing the exact same thing right now? The trailer does not answer that question directly, but the way it shows Rip Wheeler moving through the ranch with calculated precision suggests that he is asking himself the exact same question. He is investigating, he is studying, he is connecting dots that nobody else has connected yet. And the picture forming in front of him is terrifying. So if the Jackson family is destroying itself from the inside, and if Rio Paloma is harboring a traitor that nobody has discovered yet, then how are these two crises connected? The trailer does something incredibly clever when it shifts focus from the Jackson family's collapse to what is happening at Rio Paloma. It does not show chaos, it shows calculation. Rip Wheeler is not reacting emotionally to the attacks that have been happening at the ranch. He is studying them. He is moving through the property with the kind of focused intensity that only comes when someone has already figured out something crucial and is now gathering evidence to prove it. After spending years as a man driven by instinct, by raw anger, by the need to protect what he loves, Rip has transformed into something different. He is now a man driven by investigation and precision. He is now a man who understands that the person who destroyed the ranch might not be some external enemy lurking beyond the gates. The person who destroyed the ranch might be someone eating at the same table, riding alongside the same crew, living inside the ranch walls every single day. That realization changes everything about how he approaches the problem. The brutal truth hidden inside this trailer is that the attacks on Rio Paloma have fingerprints all over them that point to someone on the inside. Someone who knew the layout of the ranch. Someone who knew where the defenses were weakest. Someone who knew the schedule of the workers and the guards. Someone who had access to information that only an insider could have gathered. And the trailer suggests that Rip is beginning to understand exactly how that information was passed. Oriana spent months inside Rio Paloma. She was close to Carter. She was invited into the family. She was trusted. And during all that time, she was reporting back to her father, Rob Will, about everything she saw, everything she heard, and everything she learned about how the ranch operated. But here is where the picture becomes truly frightening. Oriana might not have been working alone. The network of loyalty that got her close to Carter might be the exact same network that has other people positioned throughout Rio Paloma right now. The trailer does not name these people, but the presence of Azul in the investigation scenes suggests that the traitor could be someone Rip trusts. Someone who works on the ranch. Someone who has earned a place in the inner circle of the crew. While Rip is conducting his investigation into who physically helped attack the ranch, Beth is operating on an entirely different level. The trailer shows her in moments of pure tension and calculation, the kind of expression she gets right before she destroys someone using nothing but information and leverage. Beth does not care about the hands who pulled the trigger. Beth cares about the money and the motive. She cares about who benefits from watching Rio Paloma burn. She cares about which financial interest stands to gain the most from the ranch being attacked and weakened. And the trailer suggests that Beth is closing in on an answer that Rip has not discovered yet. While Rip is hunting the traitor inside the ranch, Beth is hunting the person who hired the traitor. While Rip is finding the weapon, Beth is finding the money trail. These are two completely different investigations operating independently, but they are both pointing toward the exact same target. The official description for this episode describes a storm shaking Rio Paloma. A storm that puts Beth and Rip's choices to the test. A storm that forces them to decide exactly how far they are willing to go to protect what they have built. And that storm is not coming from the sky. It is coming from the deliberate actions of people who have positioned themselves inside and outside the ranch walls. The storm is coming because the Jackson family is falling apart at the exact moment when their betrayal of Rio Paloma is about to be exposed. The storm is coming because Joaquin is walking toward his brother with a gun, while his mother lies unconscious in a hospital bed, unable to stop what is about to happen. The storm is coming because Rip and Beth are simultaneously discovering that the people they trusted have been working against them the entire time. But the most disturbing part of this trailer is what it shows about Carter. Beth is warning her son to get ready for hard times, to prepare for the worst, and that warning is not just about the attacks on the ranch. That warning is about something far more personal and far more destructive. Carter lost his close friend Dwight earlier in the season. His relationship with Oriana fell apart in the most painful way possible when he discovered her true loyalty was always with her father. He has been drinking. He has been spiraling. He has been making increasingly reckless choices that suggest someone who is losing his grip on reality and on hope. And now his own mother, a woman who has survived every kind of disaster imaginable, is looking him in the eyes and telling him that what is coming is worse than anything he has already endured. That warning means something is about to happen to Carter in this episode that will define the rest of his life. That warning means Carter is standing at a crossroad where one choice leads toward redemption and another choice leads toward destruction. The trailer connects all of these threads together in a way that suggests the Jackson family's internal war and Rio Paloma's hunt for the traitor are not separate stories. They are two parts of the same conspiracy. They are two sides of the same attack. They are proof that someone has positioned themselves perfectly to destroy both families simultaneously by turning their own members against them. So if Joaquin is walking toward his brother with a gun, and if Rip is discovering a traitor inside his own crew, and if Beth is closing in on the financial motive behind the attacks, then what happens when all three of these investigations collide in the same episode? Everything in this trailer is building toward a single moment where three completely different investigations collide and expose a conspiracy that runs deeper than anyone inside Rio Paloma or the Jackson family ever imagined. Joaquin is walking toward his brother with a gun because he believes his grievance is personal. He believes his betrayal is about family politics and inheritance. He believes his rage is justified because he was passed over for leadership. But what if his anger is being manipulated? What if there is someone who knows about Joaquin's rage and is deliberately pushing him toward his brother at the exact moment when his judgment has been destroyed by whiskey and desperation? The trailer does not show this manipulation happening directly, but the timing is too perfect to be coincidence. Joaquin arrives with a gun at the exact moment when Beulah is unconscious and unable to intervene. At the exact moment when Rob Will is positioned as the family hero. At the exact moment when the Jackson family is most vulnerable and most divided.